Fuck it. Record. We're recording.
Yeah.
We're recording.
Motherfucking Jamie Noguchi. Yow. Motherfucking Jamie Noguchi.
Yeah. I don't know. Usually we start with like some random camera news. The only news I have about cameras is that the people who took over Olympus are still trying to convince people that they're still going to make cameras and stuff. So.
Sure. Okay. That's fine. I haven't touched my camera in months because it's a pandemic and I'm not really supposed to be going anywhere. So
you don't take pictures from your car as you're driving by.
No, I'm fucking driving. No, that's no. One, that's what your phone's for, right? Like those quick snaps of like, boy, howdy. That's not just a mullet. That's a mullet.
I bet you could set up a sweet time lapse. Like if you set the shutter speed high enough on your dashboard.
Probably.
And then like, God damn it. Okay, there's this clicking. Do you hear that clicking sound? Is that coming through the audio?
I don't hear any clicking sound. The only thing that I heard, the only thing that I heard was previously that real crunchy noise right before we started recording. And okay. I have not heard anything similar to that since.
All right. Well, then maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just coming through me. Who knows? Someone will email us and then I'll read it like a month later.
I was going to say, if the audio of this podcast is poor, it's my fault. And you can send emails to info
at fucking doitcast.com.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm talking about.
But like if you set your camera on your dashboard and had a time lapse, I bet you could do like a real cool stop motion on your way to work. Like set the shutter speed high enough. I don't know. I mean, if you get bored.
Not for me because I leave for work at like fucking dark 30.
Oh, that'd be way too dark. Yeah,
I'm the wrong guy for that. Plus, if what you want is a lot of just rolling weird time lapse shots of 695, 95, and 295, then I'm your guy.
Yeah,
like, I got you. Otherwise, you don't want any of that.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't know. I saw a YouTube video of a woman saying that she's learning how to do street photography, and she posted photos of what she was doing for street photography around her neighborhood, and there's no one around. She was just taking shots of like houses and street signs and like physical literal street photography, and I was like, I know that's not what
you know what,
but that's
no. This. Don't you stifle her art, one. Two, don't you dare stifle her comedy, because either she knows what she's doing, which is great, or she doesn't, which is better.
She didn't because
please tell me
it was so good.
No, I know what happened. It's the internet. Somebody fucking ruined it already. Somebody already pointed out, be like, that's not really street. Hey, Jennifer. So I get the idea that, like, good for you for getting out of the house and really getting after it. Click those shutters.
Yeah.
But also, you need people. Now, I know it's a pandemic and you're supposed to be avoiding everyone, but ignore the rules for art, right?
For art.
Right?
So it was all like,
go to a Walmart. Snap some pictures.
Well composed shots of like storefronts and shit.
Fuck it. That's great. What I want to do, Jamie.
I loved it.
I just want to do a series of photos where instead of actually walking a city street, I just fucking wander the fucking aisles of Walmarts, just finding people in their natural habitat. I'll be real artsy about it. I'll do everything in black and white, right? Like the lighting will be awful. I won't edit a thing,
but
it'll be raw.
That's the ethos of street photography. You're recording life as it is at this moment. So you set it to,
that's what I'm saying.
You set it to F8 and you just put it on auto,
right. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to just hang out, and I won't even hold it up. I'll just right at like mid chest height, and just as you in your most vulnerable reach in for that family pack of toaster strudels, when you and I both know you ain't wearing a wedding ring and you aren't even allowed near children. That is an all you decision.
Yeah. Fucking I love it. I love photographers coming up with new ways to make this pandemic interesting.
This is my art. You hear that, Banksy?
Yeah. I'm taking photos of people in Walmart.
Yep. I'm
doing like gorgeous.
That's what I'm doing. Yep. And it's just going to be the freezer section because I want those beautiful reflections happening. That's what I'm saying, right?
The condensation as you open the door and it goes
right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I fucking crank that shutter speed up. I think I can catch it.
Oh my god, that would be great. Oh fuck,
sir, are you, sir? You're not allowed to take photos in a Walmart. I need you to stay perfectly still because the lighting where you are right now is beautiful.
You look gorgeous.
Can I know this is a weird time to ask? Can I take your photo?
Oh man. So that's all I have for camera news. I know Sony released a big dipshit thing. I do have something to say. Did you watch the football game, the Super Bowl?
No.
I caught the first half of it. Like a friend of ours, every year he has a Super Bowl party. He invites everyone over. He cooks like 4 or 5 different chilies.
That's awesome.
And this year, because of bullshit, he obviously didn't invite anyone over, but he still made a whole fuck ton of chili. He delivered it to everybody's house.
See?
And then he had a Google Meet for everyone to turn on the game at home and then like hang out that way.
Okay, all right. You know what? Like, I got to be honest. If I had someone in my social circle that took that sort of extra mile to be like, hey, friend, I know this isn't necessarily your jam, but I'd really like to still enjoy this with friends.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, 100%. My Sunday is yours, mon frere. Let's tuck in. I got the Tostitos at the ready. I'm turning your delicious chili into chili dip because, oh yes. So, but the interesting thing, camera technology wise about the game is one of the shots on the sideline is with a Sony cam, and you can tell like every shot, it's like your typical sports shot. Boom, they go to this camera. There's like bokeh. It zooms in on one athlete. They did something like that for the Rumble too.
Yeah.
Where like it almost looks like a video game entrance.
Oh wow.
Where like nothing else matters in the background. You just get like that one beautifully in focus athlete.
Oh,
like kind of coming down and doing the entrance and everything. Yeah. And I was like, God.
Yeah. It's a Sony cam. I don't remember. I read an article about it. It's like one of the newer ones, but it has like the auto eye focus in video. So they have a guy like with like one of those steady cam things and just following athletes on the sideline. And I was like, I don't give a shit about football. The only time I watch it is when my friend has his football party, but this looks amazing. That looks real cool.
Yeah, that's got to be a new thing because either you and I obviously don't watch any football through the season, and this has been a thing that has been going on all season.
Yeah,
or new to you and I.
Yeah,
that like seeing it. I saw it through the Royal Rumble, and you saw it at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it must be like the new thing.
Yeah, I like the shot. It's an amazing shot. So
no argument.
You did see the Rumble?
Yeah.
I missed the Rumble. I
caved. I caved day of, and I was like, fuck it. It's gonna snow. I know. At worst, I'm going in like an hour late. Yeah. So I'm gaining. I'm gonna be tired. But I'm gaining that. Like at least I'm getting like 45 minutes of sleep back.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
And I took the gamble. I was like, we're doing this. We're digging in. It's gonna happen. We're doing this.
Man, I should have talked to you because I miss the Rumble. Like I miss watching the Rumble and I miss Mania.
Yeah.
And we always do that. And so like I wasn't sure with your schedule because like you have a real job. You wake up the ass crack of dawn.
Normally I wouldn't do it. I think because of the snow, I decided to like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing this. So you just reminded me, I gotta cancel the network again because I think by the time the Rumble comes back up, everything will switch over to Peacock. And but I think the other half and I are going to end up ordering it because she wants to watch The Office and Parks and Rec. And she was like, I'll pay for the subscription if you're just going to end up getting wrestling for free. She's like, I'm good absorbing that $5. I was like, fuck it.
Well,
yeah, because like you get everything for $10. And
nice.
She's like, I'd gladly pay the $5. She's like, and I'd gladly buy the $5 for you to be able to have you watch the things whenever you want. I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I appreciate that. That is a kindness.
When Mania comes around, we got to keep an eye out on it. Cause I'll pick up some Dan noodles and a cheesecake and drive it to your house, and then we can watch Mania on a Zoom or something like that.
Well, we got to figure out what night we're doing because it's going to be 2 nights again.
Oh shit! Yeah,
it's going to be Saturday and Sunday.
Well, we did both, didn't we? It was.
I think we did Saturday, and then we texted Sunday because Saturday was a lot.
Yeah,
but I think that's a better plan.
Yeah.
Because then we don't have to be like I don't have to be up till like fucking dark 30.
Yeah,
and wrecked. Like if I pass out on Sunday night and I miss like the main event, that sucks. But whatever.
Yeah.
Like at least you and I can hang out and like we can do at least like that Saturday.
Yeah,
we'll
I think
have to
Saturday,
do that.
I like it. I like it when they split up Mania.
I'd like the whole thing to be on Saturday personally because you know
for real.
I'm an adult with a job and I know I'm not the only one that's staying up till fucking like 11:30 on a Sunday night isn't really viable. Like,
well, was the Rumble worth it? Was it good? Was it a good one?
Yeah, show was pretty good. The women's Rumble was very good. The men's Rumble ended pretty well. Bianca Belair won the women's.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yep. And I felt like not much of a surprise. Edge ended up winning the men's. Christian came out, close personal friend of mine. Christian came out at like I don't know number like I think 21 or something like that, and I was like, okay, because Edge came in at like I don't know 9 or whatever it is. I'm sure I'm getting these numbers wrong. So if there's a wrestling fan out there, please don't bother correcting me. I know I'm fucking wrong. Like,
did they give Sweet Chin music when they were both in the ring to everybody? Like
no, they don't do Sweet Chin music. You're confusing it. They do the spear and they do the 5-second pose. Yeah.
Oh right. Did they do all that shit?
There was They didn't do the 5-second pose, but they did the spear and like Christian did. God, Unprettier, I think is his finisher.
Yeah.
So, but more importantly, the second Edge saw Christian get entered, apparently Edge was on a podcast just a few days ago where apparently Edge was going down to go visit Christian on the way down to the Rumble. And like the day before the Rumble, Christian got cleared to be in the Rumble.
Oh, nice.
By the time Edge got there, like he walks into Christian's place. Christian's like, so, what do you say we drive down together? And he was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm in the Rumble, buddy. And they're like, yeah.
So good.
So you got to see this genuine moment of Edge all those years later.
Yeah.
In the Rumble again against all of these top tier new guys, and then hearing Christian's music hit and seeing his buddy, and then like kind of clearing the ring for like half a second, a little bit, and like kind of settling everything down, and just this loving embrace between the two of them. It's like, God damn, I miss the two of you, man. And I'm reminded how good of a guy Edge seems like in everything. And I can personally attest that Christian is a goddamn sweetheart.
He's genuine, man. Like he's
no business chatting me up. And
at the Starbucks,
we were standing there for what, like 25 minutes or something like that. Like, dude was just bullshitting with me about random things. And it all prompted from a, like, I got very awkward and I didn't want to. Guys at a con, I understand. The wrestlers at a con, they make money for their appearances.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to like ask the guy for a photo. And I'm really glad I never asked him for an autograph. I never asked him for a photo. I just was standing there, like he noticed me looking at him, and I was like, hey, I'd be really remiss if I didn't say this. You were one of the reasons in my childhood was absolutely amazing, and thank you so much. And he was like, thanks, man. Yeah. And then I walked away from him, and dude's like waiting for his oatmeal and walks over and just starts up a conversation with me because he'd rather talk to someone than just stand there and play with his phone. And that is a genuine kindness.
Yeah.
Did not have to do.
Yeah.
So
that's
also
one of the
Tommy
best.
Dreamer, total sweetheart too.
That's
which I didn't expect.
That's one of the best con stories. In our journey. That's one of the best ones, man.
Yeah, because I didn't expect it, and he was so sweet and so kind, and joked around with me, and we talked about the con, and I tried to keep it as little about wrestling because I'm sure that's all that guy talks about all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So just BSing with him and talking about some of the other things that I had seen him in at the time, and just trying to basically show hey, I've kept up with you since you've done wrestling, but genuinely thank you. And yeah, super good dude. So seeing him be part of that, he was, I believe, one of the final 4 guys in the ring.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Christian.
Yes.
God, I miss cons, man. Fuck.
Yeah. I miss going out into the world and doing things.
Yeah.
I hate this
Yeah, this is some bullshit. I'll have to track it down then, because it sounds like it was a good time. It's a good time. And now I can fast forward some shit.
You and I can work something out here. We'll be fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Track it down.
Brandon Chalmers. I forgot how we do the intro. Do the intro.
Jamie and fucking a Gucci, y'all. Jamie and fucking a Gucci.
People are gonna think it's my cast.
No, it is your cast. It's on your goddamn YouTube channel. It's the fucking Jamie and Gucci show featuring his fat friend. Please don't play. I know who they're here to see. It ain't me. It ain't me.
The mixed Don and Mike.
my yeah, right? My YouTube channel didn't fucking go anywhere. So believe me, I know who's making the money in this relationship. I am clung to your coattails. My life depends on it.
Oh my God. Anyway, I wish we were making
Welcome one and all to the loving, beautiful, wave-lapped shores that are the fucking Do It Cast, part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Now I know what you're thinking. Brandon Chalmers, what is the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network? Well, friendo, let me tell you, it is NOC, as in Nerds of Color, a beautiful, welcoming home for multiple podcasts on the network where you get a bit of a different perspective. Frankly, they're doing me a kindness by having my white bearded ass hanging out like somebody's sad friend who brought the white guy. He just showed up and he brought snacks. Fuck it, we'll keep him around. Everyone else on the network, though, brings a genuine credibility of a different personality than most podcasts you see. It's the joke. What's 3 white guys in a room? A podcast. Right. Yeah. And I get that. We present something a little different here in the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. And that is something you and I are always looking for. So go ahead, hit that website up. Go ahead and check out some of the other podcasts on the network. Follow through with them. Follow them on social media. And broaden your perspectives a little bit. You're getting everybody's hot takes on Star Wars. Get a different take. Yeah. Your hot takes on Batman. Definitely get a better take. Because boy, howdy, we got a guy. Right. Yeah. The boss knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
The Batman.
Yeah. And please understand, if you find yourselves adrift in the podcast ocean, surrounded by multiple podcasts, you're like, oh God, get away. I can't handle it. And you find yourself crashed upon our beautiful sandy shores. The birds, they are a-chirping. The bugs, while beautiful to look at, are keeping their distance and not freaking anyone out. The sun just slightly overhead, so as not to burn, but just to light these beautiful shores. But know this, friend of mine. If you say a nary word about Pearl Jam, our boss will come out of the fucking woods like Godzilla and will fucking melt your face. We got one rule in this dojo. Don't you fucking say shit about Eddie Vedder. That is a goddamn rule.
We have no choice but to stand Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
no choice.
This is what we do. It's not my call. Okay, I know. Weirdly, you'd think, boy, this is that guy's call. It's not my call. All right. Yeah. But anyway, Jamie Noguchi, we find ourselves here, usually every week, bullshitting about what we bullshitting, and thank goodness we are now weeks removed from the political theater that had been happening. It feels weird to be like, I know things are happening and I'm paying attention to things, but it's nice to like focus on some other shit from time to time.
Yeah. I mean, so for a while I was trying to find like happy stories.
Yeah.
To talk about some, because everything was so negative.
That hasn't really changed that much.
It has not changed. Things are still pretty shitty. And also I'm exhausted of trying to find good news when there really isn't. So fuck that. So if something really fun happens, I'll post it. There was a guy, there's a guy in Canada, I think, and he's been doing like Bhangra dances out in front of his like cabin in the middle of the snow and shit. Just nice chill vibes. I forgot to bookmark it, but
I was gonna say, like, I've got random fun stuff that like I've been starting to get into, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, so like we'll just hop into what we're geeking on, and then we will once again return to the kaiju cast because we have another kaiju related thing to talk about this week.
Did you pull the email? We've been teasing the email.
I did not pull the email. I will do that.
God damn it, Jamie.
But Brandon,
I'm asking.
Brandon, what have you been geeking on since last we talked?
So I've been geeking on two things. One that I am waiting for it to come in. So way back when I got my drum kit, right? I have a Simmons SD600. It's an electronic drum kit. It has the ability, in theory, to be a MIDI controller.
Ooh.
So because of this,
slower.
Jamie Noguchi, I got the ability.
I love me a MIDI controller.
Tappa, just a little soft roll. Just hit it with the drums. Give it the old 1-2, and I can do so digitally. Now, I know what you're thinking. What can I use that with? Well, I can record directly. Weirdly enough, I can record directly to my iPad right into GarageBand, which is rad.
Hell yeah!
Which is one of the reasons I picked it up. But the other reason is that I had heard that you can play Rock Band with the drum kit.
Yes.
So I went searching and it just came in today. Ooh. I went on and I found a small business. I believe they're called Roll Limitless. And what this person does is they create custom 3D printed hand-built MIDI controllers and converters. So this way you can use your drum kit with the PS4. So I went on, I didn't see one specifically for my kit. I shot the guy an email. I'm like, hey, this is the kit I have. Do you think it would work? And he responds back to me within like, I don't know, half an hour.
Oh, nice.
He's like, I have no idea. Functionally, I don't see why it wouldn't, but you're the first customer with this drum kit to ask. He goes, what I'd like to do is if you're willing to buy it, try it. See if you can get the thing to work. If it doesn't work, shoot me an email, send it back to me. I'll issue a full refund. It's not your fault. No big deal. I don't want you to stick with it. I don't want to stick you with anything you can't actually use. And I was like, you know what? That's super fair.
Yeah.
So the guy's like down in North Carolina or something like that. So I ordered this. God, what would this be? A couple days after I got the kits. This would have been like December, I don't know, 13th or 14th or something like that.
Yeah.
So it just showed up today, thanks to the fine people of the United States Postal Service.
Yeah, that Detroit
he
guy.
Sent it priority overnight.
Jesus
on
Christ.
on January, I think 5th, he sent it priority overnight. To his credit, by the way, if anybody's like, geez, that was a while to fulfill orders, he let me know that he was backlogged and the holidays were coming up, and it would be at least 2 weeks before he even touched my stuff.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
Made it very right. But just in case anybody finds themselves in a similar situation to what I did, and you're like,
Yeah.
please don't be turned off by anything in my interaction. Because I also followed up with the guy like late January, was like, hey, not trying to give you a hard time. The only update I see on the tracking is that it was packaged.
Mhm.
Did you actually send it? Because I know the USPS sucks. And he was like, I definitely sent it. Just hang tight if you're willing. And I was like, no, we're super good. Just making sure. So everything showed up. So yeah, like I'm stoked. So Rock Band comes in on Saturday. So we will see. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which edition
we'll see
of
how
Rock
everything
Band?
works. Whatever the one that's actually part of the disc. So I'm sure I'll have to like buy a bunch of DLC and everything else like that. But more importantly, I want to see if I can get the thing working.
Yeah.
Then I'll wipe my fucking PlayStation hard drive and have just nothing but goddamn Rock Band songs. Like
Kiss Rock Band.
No, no,
You
no.
want to jam out to Beth?
No, I don't want to be Peter Criss ever.
Hey, you could be Eric Carr. You could be Eric Carr, depending on the era.
I mean,
He's good.
that is a bit better. That is a bit better. I'll give you that. But
if he didn't die, he would have stuck around, man.
if he didn't die,
that's
a caveat.
If he
that's
didn't
a
die,
caveat.
I think he would have still been the drummer. They would never have gotten Peter Criss back. They wouldn't have gotten that kid out of that seat. He would have stuck with them. Superior drummer.
No argument. So that has been going on. The other thing that I picked up recently that had been like there's no way I was going to pay that much for it was Ring Fit for the Switch.
Yeah. My brother has that. Yeah.
So it was like at one point during the pandemic, it was up to like something like $250 for the game.
Holy
right,
fuck.
because just demand was that no one was going to gyms, everyone was working out at home, everybody wanted something new to do at home. Everyone was buying Ring Fit.
Yeah.
Right. So a bunch of assholes bought Ring Fit and then put it on the resale market and jacked the fucking price up through the roof. Right. So normally I believe it lists for 85 right now. I got a Wirecutter email telling me that it was on sale for like 62, and I pulled the trigger on
a real price.
a genuine price for a new video game, and frankly, a Nintendo video game that has a bunch of other accessories for $62 is actually a genuine sale item. Because Nintendo never fucking drops their prices on video games anyway, and anything that comes with extra shit is always like fucking astronomical. So I felt pretty good about it. I'm on day 2 of doing it. It's fun. It's weird. Like the story's a whole thing. You're basically like fighting toxic masculinity, which is a nice touch. Right. Like
fuck the patriarchy. I'm gonna explode.
Kind of, yeah. Well, yeah, because you're taking on like a super swole dude bro dragon guy.
Oh my god.
Right.
Does he wear a shirt of Playboy covers?
No. He wears. I see what you did there. That guy's never done a push-up, unlike this dragon.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. So the dragon's hanging out in like a wrestling singlet, and when you first see him, he's just fucking doing push-ups. Like won't even acknowledge you, and then does a handstand, then flips, then just straight flex. Like
he is the
wide
RVD
chest.
of
oh yeah, and then starts addressing not you, but the ring weird thing that like the best way I can describe it was like the design is very similar to, I'm trying to remember, what's that fucking Harry Hamlin movie with the bird, the metal bird, where he fights like Medusa and everything else like that, and I'm trying to fucking remember what it is.
Clash of the Titans?
Yeah, I think it's the Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
So you know the little owl, what is it, Archimedes or whatever?
Yeah.
So
that fucking thing is amazing.
Right. The design of the ring looks like it's very inspired by that kind of look. So like, and when you're actively moving at like a good pace and like it can tell that you're at a good pace, like your hair goes full fucking like Super Saiyan and like starts catching on fire and shit like that. Yeah.
So sounds
like
amazing.
And like basically the way that they do it is it's almost like it's almost set up very similar to like an iPhone game where like you either like jog or you do like high knees to get upstairs or get through water or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're doing it in place because one of the Joy-Cons is in a little thing that's wrapped around your leg. And then the other one is on like this ring that clips in that can like measure the tension and stuff like that of you pushing and or pulling and or like putting it down up over your head, what have you. So the mini games that pop up where like the main dragon dude has a bunch of like little dude bro monsters that you engage through each level. And then to beat them, it's like turn-based combat where you have to do like squats or knee raises or like, overhead presses or whatever it is. Yeah, and the idea is
awesome.
You continue to do these exercises. And as you continue to do the exercises, you gain XP. Your exercises become more powerful. Therefore, you're able to do more levels and work your way up through. And then the exercise rounds gradually get longer and longer. So like the first one, like it's a like minute and a half long run.
Yeah.
And then the second one's like a 3-minute run. Then like by the time you get up to like level 6 or 7, you're up to like a 7 or 8 minute run. And you're like, okay. And like run is a strong word because you're doing this, but you're also taking breaks to then do exercises in between. So it's almost very similar to like if you've gone around some of the parks or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's like the big track, and then there's some random like this is a squat station, this is a pull-up station, similar-ish in setup to that.
Nice.
And they don't push you too hard. Like you get done doing, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and they're like, hey, you should take a break and get some water. And
fuck you, I'm gonna kill the dragon.
Right, and like you have the option to go hard as fuck if you want to, but like they'll ask you, but like before you start, they set you with stretches. They ask like, hey, was the last workout really easy? Do you feel like you're feeling it? And lets you kind of check in. It's the kindest gym bro I've ever been around, where it's just like, yo, man, you ready to do this thing? You're like, yeah, I think so. And you're like, all right, cool. So we're going to add an exercise today. Well, we're going to work on some basic shit too, but like, let's just get some nice stretches in and let's start with a light jogging and see where we're at. All right.
Oh, that's
you're like,
great.
All right, fair enough. And next thing you know, I'm in front of the TV, feel like I'm knocking the whole fucking living room over because I'm doing high knees in place in my fucking living room. But like, it's working.
That's
so
cool. Yeah.
I've got no real fight there. Like if the fucking shit's working, the fucking shit's working.
Yeah, I mean, if it's getting you to move, that's great.
Yeah, so that's been what I've been recently geeking out about because I'm just trying to get fucking back in the goddamn saddle. Like, just I've been sedentary too long, and now that I work at a desk all day, fucking kills. Kills. Because I was not aware of how much my day had me up, you know, a good portion of the day, just walking around, just doing random things. It's like, okay, cool. You're going to take a break and sit down and do something at your desk. Now it's like,
you are your desk.
You've been at your desk for 4 hours. Time to get up and stretch. You're like, cool. Everything hurts and it's terrible. This is great.
Yeah.
So what about you, my dude? What are you doing? What you been geeking about?
Nothing. Everything's awful. So I guess we'll go on the exercise tip. I don't have a Switch.
Okay.
I should get one because Ring Fit sounds awesome. But they haven't made a 2D Metroid game. And until they make a 2D Metroid game, I don't give a fuck about Nintendo.
No, I get you.
But I did get a jump rope, which is no big deal. And then there's these things called the perfect push up thing.
The rotating things.
It's a rotating thing. I don't give a shit about the rotating so much as I don't like putting my palm straight like this.
Yeah. You just want push-up stands.
Yeah. So I saw this and I was like, oh, I like gadgets. It makes me feel like I'm like, you know, plugging in a case of, I don't know, something on a mech.
Right.
Like, so you start off this way, you go down, it rotates this way. I don't think it actually does anything except
No, I think the idea is it's supposed to put less strain on your elbows, I believe, because the natural rotating motion, I think actually helps your elbows. Not because like when they kick out like this, it's a really difficult motion. Now, the only downside is it's not. I think supposedly it's working all the muscle groups, and I don't really think it is.
No,
because I've always been trained that different push-ups do different things. You know, when you're starting like on like a pyramid, you're getting way more of a chest workout as opposed to going, you know, wide out and you're doing your back and your shoulders and stuff like that. So I'm unclear if maybe it's you just need to set the distances and that will still do the same thing. But
I saw all the marketing hype on the box and I was like, it doesn't do that. Just give me the fucking thing. I don't care. I bought your stupid gimmicky bullshit with the the rollers. You already got my money. Don't lie to me.
Is it helping?
I mean, it's easier to do push-ups this way because my wrist is straighter. And then it's high enough so that like if I go all the way down to here, like I'm not licking the floor. Right, I got you. But I can do a set of 8 and then another set of 8 and then set of 8-ish.
There you go. I remember it was big. Fuck, what am I thinking? This would have been 2012, maybe. They did a thing called the 100 push-up challenge where it was yeah. And I remember that was super popular. Yeah. So I'm
just trying to like increase sets if I can, and then jump rope. I try to do like 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Because running sucks. I've stopped running, but I still go for like a 1.5 mile walk to 2 mile walk just to walk outside.
Man, yeah, get that stuff moving. But jumping like that jump rope, that'll work you way harder than anything else.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, fuck it. I'll get one of those stupid crunch bars because I hate doing sit-ups, like locking your toes in a couch and like squirming around. So I got one of those roundy things, and that's coming. So we'll see how you got a game. I got dumb fucking gym equipment. I'm like, God,
no, I did something similar where like I went and got one of those what are they? They're like a collapsible style kind of weight bench sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
And that helps with that sort of thing. So like I get the idea of that sort of stuff, but yeah, I think it's all about just finding something to get me moving. And for me, it's way easy for me to just like hop on the bike and be on the bike for a while. And then like for a bit, I was doing like a full arm routine while I was biking. So like I noticed my core was really, really getting strong in like one spot. And I was like, okay, this must be me like staying upright, doing all of the exercises and trying to keep my core nice and tight when I'm doing it. Yeah. Which like is nice, but I think I just got to go do something else, much like how I was doing Pilates forever ago for like a brief stint. I got to switch it up. Yeah. So that's why I'm hoping that like the Ring Fit it'll force me to do a bunch of shit that I wouldn't normally do on my own.
Yeah.
Because if I'm left to my own devices, I'll just lift.
Yeah. I mean, that's what my brother's been doing this entire time. He doesn't climb anymore because he can't get to the gym. Right. So all he's been doing is the Ring Fit stuff. And then like ordering everything on Amazon. This pandemic is great for my brother. He does not give a fuck. He hates people anyway. So he's he's playing Destiny. He's ordering food. He does the Ring Fit. It's all good.
Nah, man. I mean, if he's keeping lean and he's keeping employed and he's not getting anybody else sick, then he's doing better than a lot of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt's this is made for Matt. All right. Fuck exercise. Brandon Chalmers.
Sir.
You and I are fans of Pacific Rim, the franchise. The first one, especially. The second one, not as much, but it was
the concept.
Fun. Yeah.
As a concept. I like the idea of it, but yes, continue. What is the thought process?
So coming March 4th, there is going to be a Pacific Rim anime on Netflix called Pacific Rim The Black. Awesome. So this is the description. After kaiju ravage After kaiju ravage Australia, two siblings pilot a Jaeger to search for their parents, encountering new creatures, seedy characters, and chance allies. Now, that sounds like shit to me. and the kicker is the studio that is doing it is a studio called Polygon Pictures. You might not be familiar with them. They do a lot of the Netflix anime stuff. So they did the Netflix Ultraman, and they did the Netflix Godzilla anime. Both of those,
are they okay?
The characters are terrible. Like the characters all look like they're 3D models. The fight scenes in Ultraman were amazing. Like,
all right, well then fuck it. That's all we really need.
Yeah, and the kaiju looked okay in the Godzilla one, but that series was not great. What's your concern here? Like, I'm trying to figure out what you're getting at. So I don't care about people when I watch a kaiju mech movie. I want to see mechs and I want to see kaiju.
Well, hang on a second, because that's not true.
Well,
because it's not, because fucking Stacker and Mako, like,
right.
We care about them. Like,
we care about them
when they're good. That's really the issue, right? The second, right? Because this is the problem with the second one, is that the designs of the Jaegers are pretty cool,
right?
And the designs of the kaiju are perfectly fine.
Right.
The fucking people ruined that movie.
They did,
which is saying something, because John Boyega is real good, but not in this.
Yeah, and that's why I hesitate, because the things that I've seen from Polygon Pictures, I do not care about the people at all.
I don't understand what the thought process is here, though, because is this supposed to be during when everything's happening, before everything? Like,
I'm not sure either.
What's the timeline here?
That's all the information I have from the IMDb and from the
thing
blurb on
I
Netflix.
Also don't understand is maybe, and this is probably, it's an anime thing, if I had to take a guess, because every anime that I have seen, that's not true. I don't want to paint with a really broad brush, having a very limited experience of anime. That's unfair of me to do. A large majority of the animes that I have come across feel like it's insert random kid, remove parents, just like a Disney movie, add some sort of weird magic best friend animal thing, dragon thing, mech thing, whatever it is, then put them on a big adventure and then have them discover that the real thing they were looking for was themselves along the way.
It's the friends we made along the way.
It's the friends we made along the way, like Gurren Lagann, which Gurren Lagann is fucking great. Gurren
Lagann, it was right. That worked for me though. Like that worked for me a lot.
But it burned fast and then it ended.
Yeah. Like it needed to.
Like it needed to. Yeah. Like they had a hard end, and they were like, we know where the fuck we're going. Let's go tell a story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. I am here for all of that. And I don't know if I can necessarily say the same about what the fuck is the one Full Metal Alchemist that like had like a secondary anime along with it.
Right.
And
there's Brotherhood, and then there's the original version.
Right. Yeah. There's all of that. You know,
Brotherhood is better, but yeah, I understand. It's confusing as fuck.
Right. It's confusing as fuck. And like, I'm confused by the idea of them feeling the need to do this. And this is why I think I'm annoyed about the idea of it not being an animated series, but an anime. Because I think if it was an animated series, I got to ask the question, why the fuck are we not picking up on a young Stacker Pentecost literally enrolling in the fucking thing? So this way we get a chance to see everything beforehand. Because here's the reality. We had, 7 seasons of fucking Clone Wars? Like in between 2 fucking movies? Oh, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like between episode 2 and episode 3, we managed to get 7 fucking seasons of really fucking good shit. most of the time, but a lot of it was real not good in between because they got a little away from themselves. That last season fucking got that shit right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
well, yeah, I agree with you because before, and there's some good stories in there because before Charlie, what's his name, piloted the Jaeger by himself when his brother got like ripped out of the thing. Stacker Pentecost was the only one who had done it before. That is a story I want to see. That's
a story. I want to see all the original fucking Jaegers. Yep. I want to see fucking Crimson Typhoon with the goddamn it's all with the fucking 3 arms and the 3 and the triplets fucking playing basketball and everything. I want to see fucking Cherno Alpha back in the day when that dude fucks. Like that guy fucking planting it all day long. That big steam ass looking anime. Like just steam for days rising out of the thing, and you hear like you wonder what the fuck the noise is, and then you realize that the Russians have a fucking policy that when their Jaeger isn't in battle, all they do is broadcast Cossack songs out of the fucking speakers. Right. So you're hearing the radar at like Mission Critical. And then the thing fucking just comes barreling out of the water and like fucking does that weird like oh god, like Big O? Was that fucking weird anime where like
with the huge arms? Where
like he does like the weird pop and lock with the fucking thing, and then the steam comes out of the helmet, and then you realize like initially it didn't have that big battle helmet. It was like the original version of Cherno Alpha, and then they're forced to do it because like they get in a fight with a kaiju that like fucks up the neck of one of them. Or we got stories for days. I could do a whole fucking sub-series on just the idea of the Aussie and his son being young and coming of age through everything. We could get all the way through it. We could get easily to season 6 before Charlie Hunnam and his fucking brother even show up. But no, instead, I gotta watch 2 fucking Australian kids somehow randomly find their way into a Jaeger that they don't know how to fucking pilot. Spend 6 episodes while they work out how to fucking move the legs. Then all of a sudden, one of them's gonna fall down a fucking ravine or some shit like that. And then we gotta have this coming of age story where then they get picked up probably way in the future by the fucking Australian guy who's retired or whatever the fuck. And we gotta deal with this bullshit. And then somehow they're gonna learn everything, and then like what the fuck? Like, do they at least? Is it at least 2 Aboriginal kids, or do I have to fucking deal with 2 fucking former prison convict children?
I don't
fucking
know, man.
Wandering their fucking white ass through whatever's left of Melbourne.
I can't tell. It's gonna be if
you can't tell, they're white as fuck.
It's 3D. It's 3D CG, so it's not gonna be like the regular run of an anime, like 20-30 episodes. It's gonna be like 6
so we get
episodes.
like 6 episodes to barely fucking get it together.
And you're right. There are so many, like that first movie gave us did such a great job at world building. There's so many stories in that first movie that I hate prequels. Like I do not give a shit about a prequel because you already know what's going to happen. But in this instance, I want to know more. Like I want to
war. Yeah, it's war. Yeah. I could in perpetuity watch fucking conversations and battles about the different kaiju that came before them, the things that they learned, how they became this, who got pinned as this. Fill in the fucking backstory, my dude.
There's so much. Guillermo put so much in there.
He really did.
Like I don't think we're getting that. I don't think we're getting that in this.
No, I don't think we are. Like, and this is going to be the thing. This is when we find out that you know who Stacker's co-pilot was for a while? Fucking Hannibal Chow. We find out it's goddamn Ron Perlman, and he decided to retire, and that's when because we've got the idea of it, because it could literally be whoever the fucking colonel is or whatever who's training them. Just go, Pentecost, meet your new partner. And Hannibal Chow fucking flips a knife around and goes, how's it going? Right. And then like anime glare with the fucking lens flare behind him. Ron fucking Perlman's long ass face. Like just hanging out.
And Hellboy in a Jaeger. That is what I need to
saying. Right. Right, because you can model, because there's decades of fucking footage of Ron Perlman being young. Fucking pull some old goddamn fucking video of him doing weird soap opera shit, and when he was the Beast from that weird TV series Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
God.
honestly, no, fuck that. No. Put Ron Perlman's regular, like, young face, but let that long mane come back on it. Let him just have all that fucking 80s hair. Like,
I mean, you could
license it. Spend some fucking money.
Yeah.
I want to hear fucking Quiet Riot's Bang Your Head as the lens flare comes behind Ron Perlman's fucking giant 80s ass hair. Right. And meanwhile, Stacker Pentecost is the super buttoned down, like, fucking flat top haircut.
Yes.
Just doing his whole fucking heavy accent. I don't think this is gonna work. And just you just watch fucking Ron Perlman wander up. Settle down. Come on, have some tea, relax. It's gonna be great. We're gonna hang out together. We're gonna learn a whole lot about each other real fast. By the way, I'm into some things. So keep yourself out of the back end of that thing, all right?
Don't walk around the library.
Yeah, just kind of like hit him with a couple finger guns and then hop in the fucking passenger seat.
Oh,
like,
God.
it'd be so good. And instead, I gotta fucking wander through hoping I see some shit. Like, I gotta hunt for fucking Easter eggs because I want this thing to be good because it happens to be in the same universe as everything else.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
And like you could do like side stories of Mako developing Gypsy Danger and like looking at all the other Jaegers and saying like, if I'm going to design this thing, I want it to be slick. I want it to be sleek. I want to give it a motherfucking sword because sword, like so much. There's so much.
Right. I know, but instead we got to play this fucking anime game.
Yeah.
Like, Jamie, this is one of those times where I got to be honest with you. Anime is going to fucking ruin it.
And it's not like it's hand drawn, well crafted. Like this is stuff they make it CG so they can shit it out real quick.
Right. Yeah, no. And please understand, I'd still be annoyed about the story, but if we weren't doing this CG version, if we were doing a Voltron level,
I'd be into that.
I'd be into that. I can give that a spin.
Yeah.
But don't fucking sit here with this weird 3D model anime bullshit.
I do not like it. And I know,
you know what, now that I think about it,
I do not
I tried to watch that long ass fucking Godzilla thing and got bored by like episode 2.
I fell asleep. There are 3 movies. I fell asleep during all 3 of them.
Yeah. So
all 3. I love Godzilla. I love Godzilla. They turned King Ghidorah into like lightning bolts. They turned Mechagodzilla into
series. The Pacific Rim series is easily one of the things that you and I love the most of the original and the least of any fucking thing else. Wait a second. Didn't they do a comic for fucking ever? They did a
comic. Did you get
Is it real bad?
Did you get the comic, Brandon Shaw?
No. Is it real bad?
It's not.
See, I got burned forever ago because I'm a fan of a band called Coheed and Cambria. And when I found out that the singer who also writes all the lyrics, the whole thing was based off of his comic, and then I picked up the comic and I was like, oh, this is terrible. So I decided that anytime I liked a version of a thing and then they did a comic, I was good. That's for somebody else.
I think so clearly there are a lot of ideas. There's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know. I don't think robots and mechs work in comic form the way they did it. Maybe if they gave the concept to like a manga studio and let them run with it and create something crazy, that would have been interesting. But they tried to make like this is what happened before the movie and blah blah blah, and it was just.
Right, but this is my problem. Is what you're saying is they basically the comic did what we were talking about, and they just did it poorly.
The execution wasn't there.
So this is why we end up with this weird fucking anime with the two fucking Australian kids, right?
Yeah. Like,
God damn it, who do I have to fucking punch? Is this Zack Snyder's fault? Because I want to be fucking mad at Zack Snyder.
No, it's not his fault. Are
you sure?
It's let's see.
I can't figure out a way to fucking be mad at him about that shit.
No, it's a Marvel comic writer.
God damn it, man.
Craig Kyle, he's a Marvel comic writer, and a Marvel animation writer, Greg Johnson. I mean, I don't know. It's unfair to judge it before seeing it, but I saw the trailer and I was like, the mechs look cool, the kaiju look cool. The character animation looks like everything else Polygon's put out, and I am not a fan. I know there are people who love it, which is why they keep getting work.
Great,
but I'm not one of them. You know, if you like it, that's
is the
great.
Problem.
But I'm just
right. But this is the problem that I'm seeing, and from what you're telling me is, it looks just like every other fucking thing they've done.
Yeah,
and it really does kind of feed a weird stereotype that all fucking anime looks the same.
Yeah.
Because anime, I remember forever ago when I was doing the Art Fight podcast, where I was just basically like, teach me about some shit that I don't know about. And I sat down with Red Aaron and Stevie Speed, and they taught me about manga. And the one right before that was a whole thing because we got into Homestuck, I think, or whatever it is. And then immediately right after got into manga. And my issue with everything that they were telling me was, one, I could never tell whether the name of a manga was actually true or not.
Fucking with you.
right, because you can play Mad Libs with the titles, and also you can play Mad Libs with the concept. Yeah. Like it's like, okay, it's a school or a gym or a lab or a business. Or let's see, pirates. And then you basically like, okay, and then there's a young girl or a young guy or some sort of weird anthropomorphic animal who is a version of a young girl or a young guy, and then some weird overarching spookiness.
Yeah. I think so. The original, I mean, you're right, and I think,
but that sucks.
And
that I'm able to fucking pigeonhole all of manga that way. Now I get that I'm painting with an incredibly broad brush, but when you sit 5 or 6 different manga in front of me, and I'm having trouble really seeing the difference in the art style. Now that was explained to me based on how manga's created.
Yeah.
And I get that is a byproduct of the demand and how things are done and the studios and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But like, it bothers me that you can't really, I don't know. It doesn't feel unique.
There are a couple of mangaka that I don't know if they were introducing you to stuff like from Otomo or like Urasawa that have a very distinct look compared to like the trash that's out there on like Shonen Jump and stuff like that. Like,
and I think that was a lot of what they were showing me was what was like very popular, which I totally understand. Like,
you got to dig for some of that stuff, and I think and I think the reason why the first film worked is because it was filmed in this, like, it's a tokusatsu movie. It's a tokusatsu giant kaiju movie filmed like a horror movie, like filmed with all of Guillermo del Toro's like horror sense in the way he frames a shot and the way he lights a shot. Like it had that dark, gritty feel, like the world is going to fucking end. And the way we stop it, it's not with mysticism or like in a normal horror film, it's with a big fucking robot. And it took like two genres and mashed it together and made something interesting out of it. Second film didn't do that. The second film played it straight. The second film was like, it was like a tokusatsu show. It was like, this is how we're playing it straight. And I think that was the problem with the comic. They were like, we're playing this straight. We're not doing anything interesting with it.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with you, Jamie. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on the anime.
I will watch it.
I'm hesitant.
I will report in. I will watch it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I will report in. I won't watch it in the background like I do. I will stay there and I will absorb the episodes. I will pay attention. I will report back when it drops.
Much appreciated. I was going to say my birthday comes up in early March, so I'd like to have a delightful treat for my birthday.
I do not know if this will be that treat, but I will find out.
I have no idea. Like it's dropping close though, because this hits when, the 4th?
Yeah.
All right, my day's the 7th, so I'll know by the weekend whether or not I'm going to spend any time on it.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like Pacific Rim hasn't gotten a good chance. Like Guillermo did a great job kicking it off. The second movie it needed something extra to it, and it didn't have it. And I feel like the concept of a Pacific Rim anime on paper sounds interesting because you got like a Western concept, like Pacific Rim came out of the mind of not a Japanese person,
right?
And then you're having it being reinterpreted by people who create the source material. So in theory, that sounds interesting, but I don't know execution.
I'm real suspect, man.
I'm a little sus. A little sus. like the Kong and Godzilla movie that we were talking about last time. They're up in Kong like he was the hot shit. When you and I know, nuclear breath burns fur.
Yeah,
from a distance. From a distance.
I think the idea of putting a giant ape on a boat in the middle of the water, because monkeys are known for their swimming ability.
You drown that motherfucker because Godzilla lives underwater, and
I
knock
mean,
him off the boat. Kong is dead.
That's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, you literally put a monkey on a plank in a bathtub. I don't understand what we're waiting on. Why we ain't just drowning this drown this monkey and spend the next 2 hours and 35 minutes letting Godzilla just fuck shit up. Why is he so mad? Because y'all put a monkey on a boat. He's just mad about the concept. Because what the fuck is the plan? What? Wait, hang on.
We got a monkey on a boat.
Wait a second. Who the fuck came up with that idea? We need to fight Godzilla. Great. Awesome. Outstanding. What do we have? We got the military, right? They're cool. Yeah, but we know they're not going to be able to do shit. Why? Because they're not going to be able to do shit. Look, not for nothing, but like, if I prick somebody with a pin, it's not going to kill them. But if I set off every single pin the world has to offer, we gonna take that thing out one way or the other. Like,
yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. Like, Jamie, I don't know if you single-handedly could flick me to death, but I gotta believe that the entire offensive line of the American Football Conference could get together and flick me to death. Like, if they all just got together around me and just fucking flicked away to their heart's content, I'd die a death of a thousand flicks. Like, yeah, like I genuinely believe this. I think it's doable. So our plan is, okay, cool. So giant lizard's coming, right? Yeah. Okay. What's a giant lizard got? Well, near as we can tell, he's invincible. Okay. He's older than fuck. Okay. So he's been around a while. Yeah. He's real hungry. All right. Totally forgot. Radioactive laser breath.
Yeah.
Feel like you should have led with that one, but okay. Cool. We're going to combat this. All right. So what do we have? Well, we've got one giant lead shield that we're going to throw up and hope that he doesn't just walk around or climb over, because that's how border walls work.
He can see in 3D space.
Yeah. Now, for all we know, we could have some Spielberg shit where he sees the wall and his vision's based on movement and he ain't got shit. Just full John Cena. He's done. He wanders around, screams a bit, shoots some lasers into space, tries to scratch the door. Nobody say a fucking word, okay? Because he can hear everything. Yeah. He'll leave and we'll go back to whatever the fuck we're doing. Great plan. What else we got? Giant fucking monkey. I'm sorry, what? Giant fucking monkey. Biggest monkey you've ever seen.
We got a big monkey.
When you're thinking like, monkey. And I know what you're thinking, like Magilla gorilla big? Like, no. Like two monkey. Magilla gorillas big. No. Like Magilla gorilla times 5, like forming a Magillatron, like climbing atop one another. No, bigger. Like grape ape style, bigger than grape ape, like a Voltron of grape apes, right? We got one big fucking monkey. Can he do anything cool? He can be a giant fucking monkey.
He a big gorilla.
He's a big ass gorilla. Biggest dick you've ever seen. The biggest.
Hit it with his wiener.
The biggest dick. Now I know what you're thinking, Brandon. Kong's not male. Fine. The largest labia you've ever seen. Just that fucking gorilla goes tearing over you. And I swear to God, it howls like the Grand fucking Canyon.
Oh my God.
Is that a superpower? Nope. Just noticing and figuring I'd tell you, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because by the way, it's a gorilla, so it can't keep its fucking hands off itself. So now, what are we going to do? All right. Well, here's my plan, right? Yeah. I'm thinking we put the gorilla on a boat.
What? Wait,
Steve,
what? A boat?
How much do you know about gorillas? I know they're great swimmers for one. Okay, I need a new guy. Because why do you not bring Godzilla as far into fucking land as possible? Like, I put out giant fucking signs.
I'm here.
Gorilla that killed your child this way. 500 miles.
Yeah.
Gorilla that killed your fucking child 400 miles. Like, just having Godzilla just more increasingly pissed off by how far. Just square.
It's taking too long.
And just
my legs are
and just like a translation of like, I swear to God, it just had this sign 100 miles ago. Like, and then it finally gets there and you realize like it's inside the Grand Canyon and it's just the two of them. And what we decide to do is destroy the Grand Canyon and bury the both of them. Because the only thing we have to kill this super predator is a giant fucking Donkey Kong. By the way, we'd be better off with Donkey Kong because maybe at least he could choke Godzilla to death with his fucking tie.
Oh God, that movie's gonna suck. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna suck.
Jamie, easily $10 on the fact that they steal a Donkey Kong move. At least one. The pounding on the ground. No, the pounding on the ground to knock Godzilla over. 100% gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'd almost be willing to bet that Godzilla's going to find a reason to blast him into the sky, right? Like he'll hold up that weird shield thing out of like one of his back things or whatever it is, and it'll blast him into the sky.
Yeah.
It's an axe, whatever.
Yeah.
And it'll blast him into the sky. And then you're going to see that monkey pinwheeling. No, doing that weird fucking Donkey Kong pinwheel thing to fucking hit the ground.
The red tornado from Zangief.
Yeah. Right, yeah. just
tornado.
Full on Zangief.
God.
Because I don't know how that monkey wins. And God damn it, we're in a pandemic.
When is it coming out?
I don't want to have to go to a movie theater, but I swear to God, Jamie, I may have to go to a movie theater just to be able to have the story. Area man burns down movie theater because, quote, how the fuck did that monkey win?
Oh my God. All right. When is this coming out? It's coming out. No, give me the fucking, when is it coming out? It's coming out
on HBO Plus.
March 31st. So we got Pacific Rim March 5th. We got Godzilla vs. Kong March 31st. It is a month of Godzilla. It is a month of kaiju. It is a month of kaiju. It is
a month of monsters is what we have,
months. We should do March should be monster month. We should talk about
we should do month. You know what, Jamie? No, fuck that. You know what we do? Put out a poll. Let's do a Sweet 16 tournament. Top 16 kaiju.
Yeah.
It's Monster Madness.
Monster Madness. I like it.
Like this is an original idea. I'm sure 14,000 other people have done this.
I like that kaiju stuff is happening. I like giant robot stuff is happening. I wish I was in charge of it.
Right. By the way, let's get Godzilla versus Kong out of the way right at the gate. I don't don't you dare put them on either sides of the bracket. I want them
No.
the first, because I want this to be done like a proper March Madness tournament. The first seed against the last seed. I want that first round to be a fucking massacre.
Yeah, and we got to figure out which kaiju to include too. Like, does Cloverfield get a spot?
I assume so.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because if we're going to do, are we doing mostly Americanized ones? Like, how many Pacific Rim kaiju do we do?
Yeah.
Does the Cloverfield monster happen? How many Godzilla monsters are readily available?
Yeah.
Realistically, we only got 16 spots. That really ain't that many.
Yeah. And then do Power Ranger monsters count?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I maybe the most popular ones. I'm unclear on this. I'm not sure which
ones are the most popular ones.
Reasonably, I don't think I have the credibility. You know what we need? You know who we need?
A kaiju consultant?
We need Mike Dent. We need Mike Dent.
Yeah.
We need Mike Dent to be able to make a decision about what is a credible kaiju. Yeah. I need a credible kaiju meter. I need an expert. I am a man who does not understand the kaiju science, and like any good appreciator of science, be it virology or be it kaiju, I consult with the experts. Yeah. I need the Dr. Fauci of kaiju, Jamie.
I should give him I should bug him about it.
I need to know. Like we gotta hit up Mike Dent. We gotta hit up Chris Scott. Like I need some fucking Toku fans.
We need
who really know a thing or two about some kaiju to fucking clamor in on this one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. I know what I like. I know you can talk me into a thing, but I'm not the fucking guy. Like I need to know that somebody knows the thing or two about a thing or two.
We need to do a kaiju draft.
Yeah.
We need to do a kaiju draft. All right. Yeah. Well, there you go. I have some homework now. All right. Well.
Yeah, let's call it.
Yeah. Monster month. March monster month. March. We'll figure it out.
Monster Madness.
Because
normally it's March Madness.
It's Monster Madness.
Yeah, Monster Madness. A Sweet 16 tournament to determine the top kaiju of all kaiju. If it's not Godzilla,
we burn it down.
Burn this thing to the ground. Realistically, I don't need a tournament. I know how this is going to end, but I want to end everything with this. And you know what the best part is? We'll finish the month when the fucking Godzilla movie comes out.
Yeah.
And this is when we find out American audiences ruin everything.
Yeah.
And that goddamn grape ape is going to fucking win.
God damn it.
Yeah. See, and what we're going to find out is like Godzilla sucks because he doesn't have hands or something like that.
But you see him in the movie. This version of Godzilla has arms, man.
Right. But no, what I mean is he ain't got hands.
Oh, like, whoa. I see.
Like, it's when we're going to find out where, like, I don't know, Godzilla fucking gets too far away from water or power or some shit. And, like, he runs out of the breath. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, fucking King Kong turns into the fucking Batman of kaiju and, like, separates him from everything. Just, oh, God. Yeah. By the way, how do you kill the Batman? A fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Because here's the reality, Jamie. If you told me that, hey, there's a vigilante with a fucking jet and an armor-plated car and ridiculous fucking shit, I'm immediately pulling the fucking Forbes 100 list and I'm just literally drawing fucking targets on all of them. Like,
yeah.
My family dies because some vigilante decides to run around fucking New York and she ends up getting killed by like some sort of rogue, I don't know, Bezos mobile. I can tell you what's going to fucking happen. Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure out who fucking Batman is.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well,
Kong sucks,
and we have a better idea for the Pacific Rim show, even though we haven't seen it yet. So There you go. I think we're done. We're done. We're done.
See?
We've done
See?
this is how we do. We did it.
Yeah, right.
We did it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Brandon Chalmers, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Here, wherever you find this on Spotify or on YouTube. Instagram, Jamie Noguchi, Twitter, Angry Zen Master, all that kind of bullshit. Yeah. And we'll see you. We'll see you next time.
Jamie the fucking Gucci, yo. Jamie the fucking Gucci. Woo-hoo. Jamie Noguchi was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
God damn it.